Today, we're shooting on the 6D Mark II. Woo-hoo! Oh yeah, look at this. I haven't had a flip out screen since I've never had a flip out screen. Today is 6D Mark II day. We got the ATV here, Maddie's here, we got a snowboard. We're gonna try not to crash the drone, but we're just gonna have a great day. And I wanna put the 6D too through its paces. I wanna shoot B-roll with it, I wanna vlog with it. Just wanna see what it's capable of, because I might switch to it. Cat's out of the bag, those are the facts. Let's go. What's up everybody, Peter McKinnon here, and today we're talking about the 6D Mark II and why I might actually be switching to it. It's true. Alright, welcome back guys. Good to be back, good to be at the desk, good to be in the office, the studio, talking about what I love most, cameras. And today is the 6D Mark II. Now, I will be totally honest, full disclosure, I never planned to review this, to even use it, to touch it, to even take a single photo with it. Maddie from Travel Fields, that you guys know, did a review on this camera, immediately called me after saying, Pete, I think you should look at the 6D Mark II because I think it's the perfect vlogging camera for you. So this isn't a sponsored video, I wasn't paid by Canon to say any of this, these are my own opinions. Now they did give me this camera to make this video, so there's that, but I requested it based on some needs that I've been having lately with regards to my 1DX Mark II. So yeah, recently I've been not complaining, but expressing my frustration with the weight of this camera and the lack of the flip out screen. Now you guys know this is my baby, this is the beast. I've been using it for 2 years, a year exclusively on YouTube as my vlogging camera. Now Canon did not make this as a vlogging camera. This is like a sports photographer's Olympic beast waterproof powerhouse, not meant for vlogs. However, being a photographer and a cinematographer, I feel that it offers everything I need in one body without having to carry two with me. The battery life of the 1DX Mark II is awesome. It's huge. The battery's the size of my head. It does 120 frames per second. It does 60 frames per second at 4K. Now the 4K codec on this is what's called Motion JPEG, which is not very good, so that's why I don't shoot 4K. On top of the fact that a lot of my viewers watch on mobile devices and not all of those can even display at 4K anyway, and it just prolongs my workflow and makes everything take 6 times longer, and if I shot everything in 4K, I'd never get videos out. I have a C200 looking at me right now, and I'm gonna down convert this 4K footage to 1080p because it still looks amazing, gets the job done. I don't think it's fully needed yet. Again, depends on the project. I'm rambling. Enter the 6D Mark II. The most underrated camera of 2017 is what they're saying. That's what Maddie's saying anyway. And I will kind of agree with them there because when they released the stats for this, I remember looking at it being like, really? Really? No 4K, like come on, like people want that. And now if this had 4K and 120 frames per second, whoo, this camera would dominate the market. It is incredible, but I still think it's something that you guys should definitely look at. If you're looking at an 80D but want like a little bit of a better camera, this is essentially an upgraded full frame 80D that's better in almost every single way. It's a great camera. And at this point, before I even get into the specifics of things, if someone asks me, I got a bit of a budget, what camera should I buy? I want to vlog, take photos, I want to do a little bit of video stuff. This is probably what I'd recommend. So let's get into the specifics on why I think the 6D Mark II is actually a super dope camera. All right, so Maddie and I set out into the woods in Northern Ontario with an ATV and a snowboard to vlog with this camera, shoot some B-roll with this camera, and specifically leave everything else behind to see what we could come up with using just this. All right, here. Okay. Let's do it, baby. me go find Maddie. He brought his snowboard so I could tow him behind. Should be fun, should make for some good vlog material. Hey! What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
Fancy seeing you out here in the woods.
It's nice to see you.
Are you vlogging out here? I gotta ask because I watched your review on the 60 Mark II, and I gotta say, the second I was done watching it, I'll link it above, I called Canon and was like, hey, so how about that 60 Mark II? What are your thoughts? You obviously like it. You're using it right now.
Got it right here.
You've got the 5D4, you've got the 1DX, but you brought the 6D today. Why?
There's a camera for every kind of filmmaking, right? So before I used to shoot commercials and stuff, so I had a C3 Mark II big camera, right? And then now I started doing YouTube, and I've been trying to find the right camera to do YouTube filmmaking. I tried the GH5, no, not working. But this thing has a lot of the features that I think you need for vlogging, right? Like you need really good autofocus, full frame I think is a really nice thing, good color.
100%.
And then this thing. This is the only camera that's full frame, flip LCD screen, right? You can see yourself.
I have missed that. It's so weird for me looking at it. Like, you can flip it out now, and look, guys, we can have like, wait, where is it? There. Come over here a little bit. See, look at that. Perfect composition. We know how to frame the shots. So like if I wanted to set things up ahead of time, I don't know, you guys know what it's like filming with the screen. I'm new here. This is great. It was great. I had no issues at all. The menus are exactly the same across every Canon camera, so it was a breeze setting it back to all the customizations that helped me shoot faster. The flip out screen was just heavenly to use. I've never had a flip out screen, as you guys saw at the beginning of the video, so being able to actually frame myself and not miss out on great composition, it was just like, it was a sheer treat, I'll tell you that. Recently discovering the time-lapse mode. Now I know this isn't the first camera to have that within this series or other brands, but as someone's first time using it, it's phenomenal. It actually takes photos and then stitches those together into a video, either 1080p or 4K, and outputs awesome looking time-lapse. You guys saw a little sample of that in my Monday vlog. It looks great, it works great, it shows you how many shots you need to get a time lapse for X amount of length. All the info is there so that you know how long it's gonna take, how long the time lapse is gonna be once it's done, and how many shots it needs to get there. So that's super awesome. Now, if you're into time lapses, like if you're Philip Bloom into time lapses, you probably won't be using this mode. You're gonna wanna be taking raw photos so they're as high quality as possible, processing those through Lightroom or LR time lapse and deflicker and all of that stuff and get them on, you know, motion sliders. But as far as like including a time lapse for a vlog because you just want some extra content and you have some time to kill while you're eating a taco on some dope patio somewhere, throw this on time lapse mode, hit go, and you know, cheers to warm weather. Can I give up the 1DX Mark II? Like if I was somewhere tropical, somewhere insane, and all I had was the 60 Mark II, would I still be confident to get a dope B-roll segment? Could I make a vlog incredible if this was all I had? Like I have my 1DX in a Pelican hidden in the trees. Oh, that makes me nervous. So I'm just gonna hide my stuff behind this tree. Ugh. That's why I bought a green Pelican. That should be good. Maddie's stuff will be the first to go. But it's out there. It's out there if I wanted it. And that's like a comfort to me. Like I know I'm good with that tool. So could I get to the same spot with the 60 Mark II? That's why I'm out here today, strictly using this. The body is robust, it's solid as to be expected with the full frame camera, which is also nice that it's full frame because you've got a larger sensor. It's gonna be better in low light and it's gonna take all the lenses that you want, and it's not gonna change the focal length at all. When you're using a cropped sensor and you're shooting on a 24mm lens, you gotta times that by whatever the crop is on your sensor. So the great thing about a full frame is whatever you put on this camera is exactly what it should be. You're gonna get a wider image. It's going to be better in low light performance, like I just said. A huge, huge win. This is like a full frame 80D. The dual pixel autofocus in these cameras is insane, all of the camera models, and it's one of the reasons why I continue to shoot Canon, because I rely on that heavily. Being able to rack focus from object to object or person to person, or even use the tracking feature like I'm doing right now. I mean, you can lock focus to the center, but if I moved out of frame or if I held something up, sometimes it misses, but being able to track or lock or widen that scope is just super valuable, and it's something that I've come to love and rely on, and Canon, in my opinion, is the best at that. The color science of Canon is phenomenal. The skin tones are amazing as always. Anyone who goes to Sony or whatever and then comes back to Canon who are tired of their friends looking like they have jaundice, it's always on point. I pretty much don't color correct any of my vlog footage, like the talking bits, the stuff that just comes out of camera when I'm with friends, aside from the B-roll. I pretty much just upload as is. I might tweak the exposure or the contrast, but those are things I could have just implemented in camera to get a better job. But you know, sometimes you're moving fast, things are happening fast, you do the best you can. Little work in post with Canon's Colorscience, which is another reason why I love to use it, because it speeds up my workflow. Now back to the body for a second. There's one thing I do not like about this camera at all, and it's the thumb dial on the back. I'm used to this thumb dial, a big fat thumb dial with a little joystick up here. I can move those separate of each other. I don't have to rely on this little weird wheel where everything is crammed into one thing. You've got a spinner on the outside, you've got the joystick on the inside, and you've got the set button in the middle. And there's just too much going on. I'm trying to hit set and I end up pushing left, and then I want to go left, but I end up spinning the dial, and I end up just wanting to just smash this into my teeth, and I wish this didn't exist. That little joystick that's on the 5D4, that's on the 1DX, I miss that. So that's gonna be one major adjustment for me. I do not like this wheel. Could I sacrifice 120p to only use 60p? At this point in my career, in my life, I don't know that I could do it, but it's pretty good. Like, if you forced me to, I could. I would miss 120p, and like I do miss 120p, but I could get by with this. This looks great. Slowing down to 60p is still super slow, so it wouldn't be a game changer for me, but I would miss the extra high speed of 120 frames per second that this camera gives me. So will I be switching from the 1DX Mark II to the 6D Mark II? I'm gonna keep both in my bag. I'm gonna make an effort to use the 6D Mark II as much as I can, and probably revert back to the 1DX if I really, really want that 120p. Now that's a heavy weight to keep in my camera bag for that specific reason, which is why we'll have to see what the future holds. I do know it's a great contender and something I'll be using heavily in the future. So I hope that helps some of you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you're looking for a camera, if you're wondering what to buy, if you weren't sure or never even heard of it, I hope that enlightens you a little bit. I'll leave a link below if you want to check that out. Hit that like button if you like this video, smash it if that's you know, something that you're into, subscribe if you aren't already, and guys, I will see you next week.